Book Summary of Nonviolent Communication, A Language of Life by Marshall B. Rosenberg. Introduction, The Power of Compassionate Communication. Hello friends. Welcome back to our channel. If this is your first time here, you've joined us for an exploration of one of the most transformative approaches to communication and relationships. Today, we're diving into Nonviolent Communication, A Language of Life by Marshall B. Rosenberg, a revolutionary guide that teaches us how to express ourselves with clarity and empathy while fostering deeper understanding and connection with others. Whether it's resolving conflicts, improving relationships, or expressing yourself more authentically, the principles of nonviolent communication, NVC, can transform the way you interact with others. By the end of this video, you'll learn 1. How to understand your own feelings and needs. 2. How to listen to others with empathy. 3. How to navigate conflicts with compassion. So, grab a notebook, and let's unlock the power of compassionate communication. Part 1. What is nonviolent communication? Let's start with the basics. What exactly is nonviolent communication, or NVC? Marshall Rosenberg defines NVC as a way of communicating that focuses on understanding and meeting everyone's needs without blame, judgment, or coercion. At its heart, NVC is about fostering connection and mutual understanding. It's based on 4 key components. 1. Observations, stating facts without judgment. 2. Feelings, identifying and expressing emotions. 3. Needs, understanding the universal needs behind feelings. 4. Requests, making clear, actionable, and respectful requests. Story, the classroom transformation. In the book, Rosenberg shares a story about working with a teacher struggling to manage an unruly classroom. By teaching the teacher how to use NVC to express her feelings and needs, the students became more cooperative, and the classroom dynamics shifted dramatically. This story illustrates the power of approaching conflicts with empathy and clarity. Exercise, reflecting on your communication style. Take a moment to think about a recent conflict or difficult conversation. 1. How did you express your feelings and needs? 2. Did you focus on blame or connection? 3. How could you have used NVC principles to create a more compassionate dialogue? Write down your reflections. We'll revisit this later. Part 2. Observations without judgment. The first step in NVC is learning to observe without judgment or evaluation. When we mix observations with judgment, it often leads to misunderstandings and defensiveness. For example, 1. Judgment, you're so selfish for not helping with the dishes. 2. Observation, I noticed you didn't help with the dishes tonight. By sticking to facts, you open the door to understanding rather than blame. Story, the parent-teen conversation. Rosenberg recounts a story about a parent frustrated with their teenager for not doing homework. By shifting from judgment, "You're lazy," to observation, "I see you've been spending a lot of time on your phone and haven't started your homework yet," the parent was able to start a constructive conversation. Exercise, practicing observation. Think of a recent situation where you felt frustrated. 1. Write down your initial reaction or judgment. 2. Rewrite it as a neutral observation. For example, instead of, "You never listen to me," try, "I noticed you looked at your phone while I was talking." Part 3. Identifying and expressing feelings. The second step in NVC is identifying and expressing your feelings. Rosenberg explains that many of us are disconnected from our emotions, making it hard to express how we truly feel. For example, 1. Instead of saying, "You make me angry," try, "I feel angry when." This shift takes ownership of your feelings rather than blaming others. Story: the workplace misunderstanding. In one chapter, Rosenberg describes a workplace conflict where a manager felt disrespected by an employee. By using NVC to express his feelings, "I feel frustrated when deadlines are missed because I need reliability," the manager was able to resolve the issue without escalating the tension. Exercise: naming your feelings. 1. Think of a recent situation where you felt strong emotions. 2. Use Rosenberg's list of feelings to identify how you felt, e.g., frustrated, joyful, overwhelmed. 3. Practice expressing those feelings using the phrase, "I feel," emotion, when, situation. Part 4. Connecting with needs. Behind every feeling is an unmet or fulfilled need. For example, 1. If you feel frustrated, you might need support or understanding. 2. If you feel joyful, you might have a need for connection or creativity that's being met. Understanding and communicating your needs helps others understand what's truly important to you. Story: the couple's breakthrough. Rosenberg shares the story of a couple on the verge of divorce because they couldn't communicate effectively. When they began using NVC to express their needs, like, "I need appreciation," or "I need time for myself," they started to rebuild trust and understanding. This story shows how identifying and sharing needs can strengthen relationships. Exercise: exploring your needs. 1. Think of a recent situation where you felt a strong emotion. 2. Ask yourself, what need is behind this feeling? 3. Practice expressing it, "I feel," emotion, because I need. For example, "I feel frustrated because I need support with the chores." Part 5. Making clear requests. The final step in NVC is making clear, actionable, and respectful requests. A request is different from a demand. It's an invitation for collaboration. For example, 1. Demand: "You need to help me with this right now." 2. Request: "Would you be willing to help me with this after dinner?" Clear requests avoid ambiguity and foster mutual understanding. Story: the sibling argument. In the book, Rosenberg describes two siblings constantly arguing over shared space. By teaching them to make specific requests, "Would you be willing to let me use the desk for an hour and then switch?" they were able to resolve conflicts peacefully. Exercise: practicing requests. Think about a situation where you want someone to do something differently. 1. Write down your request. 2. Check if it's clear, actionable, and respectful. 3. Practice saying it aloud using the phrase, "Would you be willing to?" Part 6. The power of empathy. NVC isn't just about expressing yourself, it's also about listening to others with empathy. Empathy means putting yourself in someone else's shoes and listening to their feelings and needs without judgment. Story: The Angry Customer. Rosenberg shares a story about a business owner dealing with an angry customer. Instead of reacting defensively, the owner listened empathetically, saying, "I hear that you're frustrated because you need better service." This simple act of empathy diffused the tension and resolved the issue. Exercise: Empathic listening. 1. The next time someone expresses frustration, focus on their feelings and needs rather than their words. 2. Reflect back what you hear. It sounds like you're feeling emotion, because you need. Part 7. Using NVC to resolve conflict. One of the most powerful applications of NVC is resolving conflicts peacefully. Rosenberg explains that conflicts often arise from unmet needs, and the key to resolution is identifying and addressing those needs. Story: The community dispute. In one chapter, Rosenberg describes mediating a dispute between two community groups with opposing goals. By helping each group express their feelings and needs, they found common ground and created a solution that worked for everyone. Exercise: Resolving a conflict. 1. Think about a conflict you're currently experiencing. 2. Write down your feelings and needs, as well as the other person's potential feelings and needs. 3. Practice using NVC to express your perspective and invite collaboration. Conclusion: The language of life. So, what have we learned today? 1. NVC is about fostering connection and mutual understanding by focusing on observations, feelings, needs, and requests. 2. Empathy and compassion are at the heart of effective communication. 3. By using NVC, you can improve your relationships, resolve conflicts, and express yourself more authentically. At its core, nonviolent communication is a reminder that language has the power to heal, connect, and transform. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's ready to transform their communication. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.